All right. Black-white taxes is what this was submitted as. The taxes aspect is Thalia, Garden of Thraben, and Brain Maggot here. This deck has an enchantment sub-theme here as well with Life's Bounty, Hateful Eidolon, Cacophony here, and then Archon of Sun's Grace. You'll notice we're playing Mire's Grasp here as a source of removal. And then we've got Midnight Reaper and Rankle as additional sources of card advantage here. Let's go ahead and hop on into some matches here with this one and see how it goes. Yeah, like black-white scrappy creatures. Yeah, Korowan, anybody that thinks the election in the fall is going to be easy has another thing come in. How can you have a taxes deck without Tithe Taker? It's literally in his name. Asking the real questions. Add Smokestack to Historic, you cowards. So I could have led on the Steep there, but I was guaranteed to curve out 2-3 anyways, and holding this in case we drew more lands has some upside, so... Hasn't Trump crowned himself CEO of America for life? Yeah, something like that. You've seen a dip in sub-renewals since the mess that is standard. I've tried to increase the number of content creators I'm supporting since I've been lucky enough to have a stable remote job. I've been all right. My sub count dips a little bit, like just kind of at this point in the cycle. Like we're currently at a natural low point for Magic. Like my sub count will build up when a new set releases and then gradually starts to drop back down afterwards. It's just kind of expected. Overall, we're gonna be, Christy and I, unless something drastically changes, Christy and I are gonna be okay. We budget and live well within our means anyways. We generally try to make sure that whatever money Christy earns at her job is what we spend in a given month, and most of what I make goes to daycare and then to like paying off our mortgage sooner. I think I'm just gonna put that into play here with the Black Castle. We probably want the extra mana. Yeah, I know they're asking, was there a dip since the whole COVID thing started, but I'm just explaining that, like, there has been a little bit of a dip, but, like, I don't really think it's, like, a dip due to COVID so much as, like, just, like, the normal lull in Magic sets. A lot of, like, 60% or so of my subscriptions in any given month are Twitch Prime subscriptions, so unless people are, like, canceling their Amazon Prime, I don't really expect there to be a huge drop-off related to COVID, even if people are cutting costs. I feel like a lot of people probably use Amazon Prime enough that, like, they're probably going to keep that on, unless things get really dire. Hamblin, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for the biddies, Dalen. I appreciate it. And we'll be here whenever your time brings you back around. And that's part of why Twitch is one of the most popular streaming platforms out there, right? Because, like, if you stream on Twitch, you get to stream on if you stream on Twitch, you get access to Prime. I think I'm going to sack this to protect my Midnight Reaper. I get to draw a card here, which is sweet. The problem is, I don't think we're really going to be able to race this Kenrith. Our ability to produce zombies is likely about to be dwarfed by our opponent's ability to produce zombies. Although if they don't produce zombies here, we could be okay. Do you have a land? You do. Okay. I'm going to play this out because I'm going to be sacrificing that. And actually, let's play this so that way we can make them discard as well. It's like I talk on Discord every day, but when Jeff mentions a Discorder's name, suddenly they're more real. They're real people! Real people! So we'll say discard, sacrifice. I don't think I want to let them draw here. I'll draw from the sacrifice, which is nice. I think there's been a lot of things written about that empty hex, and I'd encourage you to do some Google searches and read from the personal experience and feedback of people who are of the ethnicities surrounding the question that you're asking, rather than asking me, random white dude streaming here on Twitch. If I would have tapped my land slightly differently, no, I played 2 black cards, right? So I couldn't leave up castle. CK Lau, thank you for the 22 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Their Rejuvenator missed. It did, which is wild. They're going to gain 5 here. I think I'm attacking with all of these here. We'll get some things traded off. If they eat my Thalia, I get to draw a card. So that sounds good. They're going to gain some life as expected. I'd be kind of surprised if we can race from here. All right, so I should have stacked this to see what I was drawing before I had to choose. So I should turn off auto order triggered abilities. Am I just cantripping this Rankle? I think I'm just cantripping this Rankle. Really needed to draw this last turn. Oh yeah, I should have sacked Rankle to the trigger. Yeah, I definitely should have. Needed this last turn to kill the Kenrith after he blocked. Now, I don't think they're in a position where I can get the Kenrith to block. It just doesn't matter. We're just dead. We can't beat the Kenrith. The Kenrith is just like gaining 15 life a turn. It just doesn't matter. Yeah, Kenrith killed us very quickly there. I think I'm gonna trim this, just like the enchantments from it don't really matter. Well, I guess this is just kind of useless. I'm gonna bring in the extra Rankle as another flying threat. These two cards in the air are some of our best resources here. I guess I expect them to have sweepers. And maybe Adanto's good here. Let's give this a try. Yeah, another unplayable box stopper. Do I see the Drow dropping below 1,700 points? I'm gonna give you a really good. This is the best financial advice you're gonna find anywhere in the world. People who can accurately predict market trends aren't gonna tell you the truth. Because instead of telling you how to make money, they would make that money for themselves. Like, how is that just not like, it's so weird to me, like... But my book on how to learn to be a millionaire. Yeah, Wall Street bets in a nutshell. I think I'm going to take Teferi here because he's the play they can make next turn. Oh, I'm dumb. They took my Thalia. Free financial advice with an actual portfolio. Stop trying to time the market. You will lose. Yeah. Billionaire investors will tell other people what's going up or down so that they'll buy into it too. That makes sense. So it's profitable. If you have lots of money, it's profitable to broadcast it. Or just super dead here. I'd be surprised if this deck we're playing is competitive against Field. Oh. Sorry about that, Detroit. Hopefully, legislation gets passed today. We have Leonin Arbiter. Its name is Ashiok. Kind of. So, like, Leonin Arbiter is good because you can pair it with your own land destruction effects, and Ashiok doesn't work that way. Yeah, the legislation as detailed that we know from what's been leaked so far from sources is that it would have restrictions on not only which companies can get money, but also on how they're allowed to buy back stock over the course of a year afterwards, I believe. Briscoe, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. Hope you're having a good one. Catch you later, Colpuck. Our opponent might have queued in and walked away from the computer. Had a few disconnects today. Yeah, something that strict won't get passed by a Republican majority Senate. We should be happy we got any restrictions at all. Two tapped lands, maybe too slow here on the draw. As always, I tag my favorite deck each day on the stream. You can find them on my website here. What's going on, Wergy? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. Rather than Thalia, because if I Thalia, I can't Mire's Grasp next turn unless I draw an untapped land. I think I'd rather Mire's Grasp to start. I don't know that I'd call it a dumpster fire, but it definitely it's definitely just like, at best, a bad version of mono red. Alright, getting to push some damage here. We'll see if Archon of Sun's Grace can steal in the air. And they actually can't cast Mastermind's Acquisition here because it costs 1 mana with Thalia out. Just kind of funny. I think I'm just putting 2 enchantments into play here and then going wide in the air. And then we like hope their Golos activation is bad next turn. Archons of Sun Grace was a card we didn't see in the last match. That definitely seems like it could give us go over the top power here in a very literal sense. Okay, they found a Dread Presence. They can Dread Presence. Yep. They get it back with Shepherd. Okay. Right? I've played Magic before, I swear. I've played Magic before, I swear. Oh yeah, I could have blocked with this and just gained 1. It's a good call. Sweat bullets on the... Actually, we're probably just dead, right? So I get to play out a bunch of lands as deal 2s now. Yeah, they get to Field of Ruin me here as well. Yeah, I just can't race. Feels like this one's probably en route to getting written off as not quite linear enough, not quite aggressive enough for the current format. It's like that's probably a pretty realistic summary. Hello, youngest son. How are you doing? What's up? What's with the dance? Can they see your dance? Your dance is pretty great. Wow, you stopped dancing because I wanted to show them? But you're so cool. You got sick moves. You got sick moves, 4-year-old. You got sick moves, 4-year-old.
Yeah. Who are you fighting again?
Who are we battling?
Why you like the zombie guy?
The zombie guy's my favorite.
Cause and you always pick the zombie deck.
Not always, but sometimes.
You got the dinosaur deck?
We do have a dinosaur deck, but not right now.
Wait, it has a bunch of different cards. It's not this one.
Look at this one's got a Pegasus. You know what a Pegasus is? Dad should really put that extra arm back on his chair, huh? Instead of sitting here in a chair with one arm.
Uh-huh. I know where this supposed to go. Right into Squib's body.
Double 3-drop, double 5-drop, Dread Presence. Well, if that ain't bad beats.
Daddy,
Yikes.
why you need a new one? This one was fitting fine.
Missing the land drop here.
Why you need a new one that this one fitting fine?
It broke off, bud. The bottom's broken.
Broken? Wow. How it break?
It broke because your dad's fat.
This one won't break it because it's way bigger. Ew.
I guess I do this, and then, like, I'm gonna hold on to the other one so I can play it post Sun's Grace if we draw another land here.
Well, this one was
So, I have a list of decks I need to add to the historic page on my site, and Jund Dinos is actually on it. If you look on YouTube, there's a video up there. Jund Dinos, Blue-Green Merfolk, and Green-Black Citadel are all gonna get added to the website before this weekend. When I find time. I mean, they specifically had 2 of the same payoff Slithenex, and they had two of the same payoff, and they had 2 different ramp spells. So like I couldn't disrupt any part of their curve with disruption. Generally speaking, when you're playing discard, you want to take an option away from them, and we weren't able to do that. Agonizing Remorse and Pack Rat, Bloodbath. This format isn't reliant enough on 0 mana spells for Thalia to be good. I mean, she's pointedly not good against the ramp decks, obviously. She can, like, slow them down a little bit to start, but overall pretty useless there. Thalia is good against the Mox decks in this format. There are Archesis and Breach combo, although you don't see too much of either of those on the ladder in my experience. And she's also fine against blue-white control.
Daddy, epic show.
Pick a show. Go upstairs and Mommy will set up a show for you.
Her said I have to be down here
Because you were being mean to Jake?
I just want, because her sit there.
Hi Shin, thanks for the 3rd of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
I just have to be down here because I want to prove trained and train. Mom said no.
Okay. Here you go. Pick a show. Should be playing on the basement. Heard you talk about daycare requesting money while closed. I am being asked the same requests. My 4-year-old has 2 months left with the current provider for moving to a different place in June. I can't see social distance ending for June. I want to be a good neighbor, but I have a hard time when no service provided. Thoughts? Yeah, we're in a very similar spot, Verdia. I think what our plans personally are to like. We're probably gonna pay for like a month or so and then probably be done. Christy and I still need to figure out exactly what we want to do, but yeah. Close the door, dude. Because like Declan's slated to start kindergarten in the fall theoretically, and we're pretty sure we're not sending him back to school before that happens, so I think that what my wife and I concluded is that we were going to pay for a month at their whatever their reduced rate was that they were asking people to support at, because we like the people there, like their teachers and the staff, and then let them know that we don't intend to have him come back before the fall when he won't be going there anyways. Here's some affirmation. Thank you for the 3rd of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Whoop. Well, shoot. Hopefully they attack here. If they attack and trade Scorchbitter for a zombie, then I could Rankle and hit them. I think his TV might be on the wrong input. BRB for a second. Is it not going? We have a smart TV in the basement that also has a Chromecast on it, and sometimes it's on the Chromecast input and sometimes it's not. Is there a Calls the Dead style in the store? I need to go look. I haven't looked at the bundles in a little while. That's exciting. As for this game, feeling kind of dead. I guess I'll do this in pass. I feel like they're just gonna like Embercleave and kill me. Makes non-foil tokens. What a tilt. Just like this, right? This one makes non-foil tokens too. I am feeling thoroughly whelmed by this deck. I blame whoever the person was earlier that said most. Someone earlier said made the claim that most historic decks have exceeded expectations. This one is not. Yeah, Embercleave's a pretty dry card overall. And that's going to be my last deck of the day, Space Martian. Usually I'm looking to go till about 2:30 or so. So, I don't know that I'm going to kick up another deck if this one ends up being a dumpster fire. I'm going to do at least 4 historic decks tomorrow, so tomorrow's going to run a little bit later. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of getting written off with the same way we wrote off the Pioneer deck this morning. And this is pretty common from deck submissions. Just like, this deck is neither linear nor... It's not particularly linear, and it's not particularly interactive. So it just comes up pretty short. The Field of the Dead matchups were a good example of that. Like, we are unable to ever race Field of the Dead successfully, and we are unable to disrupt them to stop them from executing their own game plan. There's 1,300 of us. Whatever will we do? Well, after I'm done, you can always check out my website and my YouTube channel. Lots of great content in both those places. Does it make any difference to you whether people watch recorded videos on Twitch or YouTube? I personally prefer YouTube because added views on the videos there tend to get them recommended more by the YouTube algorithm, but at the end of the day, whatever's most convenient for you is easiest. Especially if you're a subscriber here, like, if you're subbed on Twitch, you give me way more support than I could ever ask for, so do what makes it easiest for you. Renderbot, thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, gosh. I wasn't even thinking about it, but our deck's really bad against Goblin Chain Whirler, isn't it? Like, Brain Maggot and Thalia both die to it, and the 1-drop protection creature dies to it, too. Oh, this dies to it too. Oh. Just like in life, the big players don't get effectively taxed at all. Brutal. So, this makes Hateful Eidolon cantrip. And I think they only get 1 token here, right? Because this will be an 0-1 when it dies. Or a 1-0, yep. What are lands? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He, he, he. Yeah, we played Eidolon with some enchantment removal in Standard a little bit, and it was okay. I think overall the interaction is a little bit too weak for these formats, though. Like, the payoff that you're getting there is, like, pretty minimal upside. Well, you know. So just to refresh me if I'm wrong, if I double block Hateful Eidolons on this, only one of them dies, right? Because they can't assign 1 damage separately to each of them. This increases damage by 2. It doesn't make it deal 2 more. So they assign the 2 and then it gets kicked up to 4. Yeah, I'm gonna be done for the day. This one felt like quite a bit of a miss to me. I feel like we hit the range there. We showed that both how we struggled against the big go over the top decks, like Golos, like this tax effect is like fine against breach and fine against control and fine against keys. It's not even fine against keys because keys reduces the cost. So it's not even good there. And like, we also struggle with people that are getting under us, like Mono Red. Our deck just gets absolutely decimated by Goblin Chain Whirler. Like, we have 16 creatures that get Chain Whirlered. Yeah, so our linear plan is non-existent. Our interaction is not good enough, so. All right. At any rate, that's going to be it for me for today. Remember, if you're looking for more content for myself, you can check out my website and my YouTube channel. I'm actually going to get some more historic decks fleshed out on there, probably this afternoon since I'm kicking off a little bit early. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there in this big, crazy world and everything that's going on. Special shout out to all of our medical professionals and people who are doing essential jobs like in our grocery stores. Thank you for keeping us alive in the most literal sense. I'm going to get one more quick ad roll on the way out the door, and hopefully see most of y'all around again tomorrow, around 8 a.m., bright and early. Have a good one, folks.